YouTube, welcome to yet another video. This is the promised video. I promised you this video like a week ago, but yeah, here we are 1 week later. We have 3 days, I think, until KC Cup or WCS Stage 2, the World Championship Stage 2. So, we're gonna talk about what are the best decks to play, what are the deck lists of these best decks, why should you play them, why should you not play certain decks. All of it is gonna be here. So let's start with, of course, what they call in Duel Links Meta website the tier 1 for this tournament, Orcust. I think we all agree Orcust is gonna be dominating this. One of the decks that are gonna be dominating. So Orcust has a lot going for it. Reviving Dingirsu, protecting, removing without targeting, which is huge. Recyclability, follow up like crazy. So, and there are so many variants to Orcust. So what is the best list for Orcust you could play? Now I personally prefer 2 variants, but one more than the other. But instead of talking about what I prefer, I went ahead and brought the most recent winning decks from tournaments. And we have a common factor in all of these, right? So this is an example of a pure Orcust deck that won a tournament. This is another example of a Orcust deck that won a tournament or topped. Yeah, this one is second place. Here's another one, got first place. There's a common factor in all of these, right? So notice how many cards do they play. So 23, 24, 22, 24, right? 23, here we go. So we could at least conclude at the very beginning that the best variant is gonna have 22 to 24 card range. Don't overdo it. Don't add extra cards. Don't go too little. Have it nice in the middle. 22, 23, 24 is nice. Now, what distinguishes one from the other? Now there are 2 for the pure variant itself. There are 2 ways to play. One is called the back row pure, and there is the the hand trap pure Orcust. The pure Orcust with hand traps uses basically Triff, because when you summon Triff, it is unaffected by everything, right? So it protects you for the whole turn. And you have Kytroids for protection as well. They play, so depending on what you own, you could play Electric Virus or Mind Control. Both do the same thing essentially. Cosmic Cyclones is a staple in every one of them. Seal Tombs is the go-to skill 100%. There's no way you would choose something else, right? The other variant is, of course, the back row one. This is an example of a 22 card one. It plays Compulse, Ice Dragon Prison, Crackdown. It plays the Orchestrated Release, plays Lancia. Now, Lancia has a hand trap technically, but it's not protection hand trap. It's not like protecting you from battle and stuff. So it could go under traps, right? Now the only thing that I think is bad with this is that he's playing Ice Dragon Prison under Seal Tombs. I think Seal Tombs does not allow Ice Dragon Prison to be activated. So maybe remove this, play another Crackdown, play a Compulse, add Mind Controls to this deck. I think it could be good. Now I will show you a deck list of mine, my own deck list that I've been playing recently, to end the Orcust, discussion. I think I was playing it under Seal Tombs, right? Yeah, Seal Tombs, Orcust. Exodia. Here's the deck list I was playing. So I'm playing 23 cards only. I am playing 2 Mind Controls, 3 Books, 3 Cyclones. For the back row, I do the same mistake of playing Ice Dragon Prison, but I realized it while I was playing, so I didn't remove this card yet. I would remove this, and I'll tell you why. I would remove this and add another copy of this. I would still have 23 cards. I would play double Warning Point instead of Ice Dragon Prison, because Warning Point, if you go first against Odd Eyes, you basically destroy them with this. You end their turn with Warning Point. They have no play if you Warning Point their Pendulum Summon. Why do we play 3 books double Mind Control? A lot of the decks now do set up monster disruptions like Crystal Wing, Dingirsu, monsters that have, you know, great effects that could ruin or disrupt your turn. That's why we play cards that can out them, and at the same time we could benefit from them. So mind control, YuGiOh, for example, like Crystal Wing. They don't get the negate. You have the extra body on the field. You can use it for a link summon, right? Book of Moon, if you don't open mind control, you want to open Book of Moon, flip down the Dingirsu, flip down the Crystal Wing, flip down whatever monster they have, the Crocodile Synchro level 9 if they play that, the Xyz rank 7 Doom Rider from Odd Eyes, Roach if you're playing for example a Synchro based deck or a Pendulum based deck, and your opponent summons Roach, you need a book, you need a mind control, you need to deal with it, right? So this is my, you know, perfect list for now. Of course, Tetherwolf, if you don't own it, you can play Sky Blaster instead. The two cards do the same thing. You just need 3 copies of one. You know, you could play, for example, double Tetherwolf, 1 Sky Blaster, or vice versa. This is it. I'm going to close down the pure Orcust discussion with this. Now, of course, at the end, I don't know 100% which version is the better, the trap one or the non-trap one, but for now I'm playing this. I'll be testing the non-trap one later. Okay? So we're done with this. The other variants of Orcust, in my opinion, most of them, the majority of them are bad, right? You're gonna see a lot of Gandora Orcust in the KC Cup or this, the tournament, especially in Stage 2. You're gonna see a lot of Gandora because, you know, it's steal games. It just yoinks wins out of nowhere. So you're gonna see some people play it, even though like it does get those cheeky wins, but I don't know if it's gonna be successful. Like yeah, you can cheese your opponent and take a couple wins, but how many duels are you gonna lose? Because Gandora struggles with follow-up usually. So keep that in mind. The variant I like next to the pure is Crystal Beast, I think. Yeah, Crystal Beast. Crystal Beast allows you to set up a rank 4 alongside your Orcust plays. Also, it doesn't really hurt the consistency all that much. So I would like to play either this or the Crystal Beast one. Now, done with Orcust, we can move towards Odd Eyes. I think Orcust is one of the decks that are going to be dominating the tournament. The second deck 100% going to be Raging Pendulum Odd Eyes, right? There are 2 versions of this one. Any other version other than the 2 I'm mentioning is straight up bad. Listen to me. I've seen a lot of people fighting in the comments about it. Please do understand. These are the 2 good variants of Odd Eyes only. No other good variants, okay? The variant number 1, the pure Odd Eye, the pure Odd Eyes with Noble Dragon Magician, which allows you to synchro summon. This is number 1. Number 2, I think, is the one that I have here, right? Yeah. Which character has the Odd Eyes thing? I think it's this one. Yeah. This is the version number 2. The version number 1 has the Synchro, the tuner. Version number 2 is this one. Only Xyz. No tuner. These are the only 2 versions that you should be playing if you want to play Odd Eyes. Now, not the exact list. I'm talking about the idea. The idea is... Where did this card go? Anyways, the idea is you can play the Xyz version, no tuner, or you can play 1 tuner, which is this one. These are the only 2 variants that are playable in this deck, in Odd Eyes. If you see a Odd Eyes Orcust, the top, hey, that's bullshit. Listen to me. That deck is not good, okay? Yeah, I don't know where my Dweller went. Now he's back. Also, keep in mind, whatever deck you play, more than likely you will need to add a single Link Disciple. Unless you're playing Orcust, then you can play Mermaid. So you can get rid of Ibli, right? Ibli is going to be a card used a lot in this meta. And it's basically a floodgate to you. So you got to play a Link 1 that gets rid of Ibli. So you have Link Disciple, and if you're playing Orcust, you can play Mermaid. So this is it for the lists of Odd Eyes. Now, why is Odd Eyes good? Let's talk about it. Let's look at this list, right? So what does this list give you? What does Odd Eyes in general give you? It gives you Roach. It gives you Dweller, right? It gives you all the floodgates in the game. You can floodgate whatever deck you face with these. What else does it give you? It gives you Disruption in the form of Doom Rider. You pop a face-up card, get an attack boost. That's also super good. What else do you get? You get, if you go second especially, you get Dragon Pit Magician, which can get rid of a back row before you even commit to your plays. You have Dragon Pulse Magician, which can get rid of a monster before your plays are started, right? All of these are good things in Odd Eyes, which makes them a really, really strong candidate in this meta. You can also play back row stuff like Chalice and Cyclone, depends on your preference. The Synchro version plays the Odd Eyes Meteor Burst and Trishula. Some people, when they play the Synchro version, they play double Doom Rider. So in a best case scenario, if they go first, they summon double Doom Rider, 2 of them, and 1 rank 4, which could be Dweller or Roach. That is best case scenario for it. But I think that's just overdoing it. 1 rank 7, 1 rank 4 should be good enough. Also, what makes this deck good is Odd Eyes Raging Dragon. The ability to have a monster that can wipe the board, attack multiple times is just crazy, right? So, oh, and this card is so good. Queen Dragon Jin. This is a 1 card into Raging Dragon. If you summon this in turn 3, turn 5, whatever, you can revive. Because by then, by turn 3 or 5, you're gonna have your graveyard is gonna be full, right? So you're gonna summon this rank 4, which will summon a level 7, which then will allow you to Xyz using the level 7 and Jin into Odd Eyes Raging Dragon. So, yeah, I think this is it for Odd Eyes. This is another version of Odd Eyes. Now, why do I say... Where did it go? Here, he uses only 1 Wisdom Eye Magician. This debate has been going also a lot in the comments I've seen. This guy plays 1 Wisdom Eye. Some decks play 2. Some decks play 3 Oof Dragon and 1 Wisdom Eye. Wisdom Eye is really based on your preference and the meta you're playing in the hour. Because every hour, here's the thing about KC Cup or WCS Stage 2. Every hour is a different meta. I don't care what anyone says. Every hour you're going to face different versions of decks. So, if you need the consistency, if you're in a meta where you need the extra consistency, you add a Wisdom Eye Magician, an extra one, maybe go for 2. If you're playing in a meta where you need tax, specific tax, then you reduce the number of Wisdom Eye Magicians, keep it at 1, and add tech cards like this guy, adding double Cyclone, double Chalice, right? I don't know what I have added. I forgot. Let me see. Because I'm pretty sure I play only 1 Wisdom Eye. Right? Yeah, I chose to go double book, double Cyclone. So basically the same idea of the guy we've just seen. I have double book, double Cyclone. He got double Cyclone, double Chalice. We both have the same idea of, hey, we don't want that monster disruption, so he's gonna Chalice him to negate him. I will book to flip him and not allow him to activate. And then 2 Cyclones to remove back row, which is key. You need to play Cyclone in every deck now. Not MST, you have to play Cyclone. Back row is a problem, you need Cyclone. So this is it for Odd Eyes. Now, what are other decks? Because these 2 decks everybody knew about, right? Everybody knew they should be learning to play with or against them for the WCS. What are other decks that can go into this meta and actually perform well? My guess, top 100 in this WCS is going to include Orcust, it's going to include Odd Eyes, and it will include Rockets. Rockets are so good in this meta right now. The deck is super underrated, and you will 100% see it in the top 100. Now, I personally did not learn it. I did not even unlock the guy that has the skill, right? So I cannot actually play the deck. I plan on farming right after this video. Where is he? Here we go. Yeah, you can unlock him now in Duellinks. I will be farming after this video to unlock this guy and actually learn Rockets before the KC Cup Stage 2 starts. That's my plan. Right? So this deck, keep an eye on it. If you own the cards and the guy that has the skill, do play it, learn it. At least, even if you don't want to play it for Stage 2, you can at least learn the ins and outs of this deck, so if you face it, you know how to deal with it, right? Don't sleep on something that will come relevant during the KC Cup. Now, what are other decks that are good? In my opinion, there are two more, right? Sulfur is a huge one. Sulfur is also a slept-on deck. This deck is so good. It topped last KC Cup, came out of nowhere, and it will top this KC Cup. This deck is really strong. It has a lot of monster disruptions. It has a lot of monster negates. It can pop cards. It can go crazy. And its OTK ability is so good. So, this deck, don't sleep on it. Same as Rockets. Even if you don't plan on playing it during the KC Cup Stage 2, at least play it before so you know what is going on with this deck. Because it has a lot of stuff going on for it. You got to learn what to disrupt, what to do when certain plays are going, and so on. There is one more deck in this meta. Where is it? So, I think we go, yeah, WCQ tier list, which is Speedroid. Now, I personally do not think Speedroid gonna be a top 5 deck, like in the top ranking. I don't think it's gonna be in top 5, unless there's something crazy coming from it, right? These basic, what's it called? What was the yeah, Speedroid? These basic Speedroid decks are not gonna cut it. If there is something new, just like every KC Cup, you know, we always have that one deck that comes out of nowhere, nobody knew about, and then everybody all of a sudden playing it, and it's like the best deck in the game. If there is something like that is gonna happen in the KC Cup, it probably will include or be involved with this, with Speedroids. Speedroids, as it stands right now, I don't think is massive. It is decent. It can compete. You will get wins, but it's not the best choice, is what I'm gonna say. So this is it for the decks I think you should be learning to play or playing against. Either way, you need to learn them. You have 3 days left before Stage 2. If you want to take it seriously, get top 100, you have to learn these decks. Now, as I said, every KC Cup, you're gonna find that one deck that comes out of nowhere. Last KC Cup, it was the Yusei one with the Synchros, right? Nobody played it before that. Literally no one. And then during the KC Cup, everybody was playing it. So always keep an eye. You're gonna find, or when you're playing KC Cup, especially day 1, all the way to mid day 2, every like now and then you're gonna face one random deck that will clap your cheeks like absurdly. It's gonna be too crazy. You're gonna be shocked. And when you think about it, you're gonna think in your head, oh, that's a random deck that just opened Godly. Hey, keep an eye on that shit, because that might be the next best deck. And if you ride the wave early, you're gonna be one of these top 100 players, right? If a deck like that comes out and you're at the beginning, you catch it at the beginning before everybody realizes it, you're gonna be one of those people that are gonna hit top 100. This WCS will be Raid Raptors. Come on, Murata. come on. Let's not talk like that. As for Orcust, any Orcust version that is not pure is bad, except Crystal Beast, maybe straight up. Amano Stun has been coming up a lot more recently. Well, Amano Stun has been around for 2 years. Unfortunately, Amano Stun is not good because of the number of back row and books and chalices in the game. So I don't think Amano Stun is going to be the one that comes out this KC Cup. But for YouTube, anyways, this is going to be it. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts. What decks you think are going to come up. Please do not say Orcust plus some random BS, because I'm actually sick of it. Don't tell me Orcust Odd Eyes is good, because it's not. Just post serious comments about what decks you think are good. And if you have any questions about any decks I talked about, or any other decks, do place that in the comment section and I will respond. Have a nice day and see ya in the next video. Peace.